Hey everyone. Well, in this episode we're going to be replacing the old rusty tail panel on the 1980 Trans Am project. Follow along with all the tools we'll be using with the links in the description below. I start by taking some key measurements off the factory parts so I have references once it's cut out. Next we need to free up the old panel. There's a bunch of seams here along the edges, so using the rotor removal tool makes it very easy to strip all this out so I can see the factory spot welds. To make accessing things even easier, I took the plasma cutter and just rough cut some of the metal out that I didn't even need. Now the fun part, removing all the spot welds. I like to grind along the seam to reveal the welds, then drill them out with the spot weld cutter. You can see they're all over the place on this panel, in the corners, the middle, around the filler neck, and along the top and bottom. The seam buster also comes in handy for cutting and separating these panels. With the old panel out of the way, it's time to do our first rough mock-up.
That's what I'm looking for, is how's this line up, and that looks pretty damn good. This piece here, it's a little long. I'm gonna have to trim that, but for right now, I want to show you something. These corners are the most critical on this car, and this is why when I was taking them apart on either corner there, I was trying to be careful, because this is what I really need to know. You can see how that lines up pretty good, but I got a lot of extra material behind my rust piece there. Before I cut it, I'm just gonna bend that down and then do another dry fit. What's critical is this old dimension that we had back down to the trunk seal lip area there. We need 17 3/4, and that's right there. So there it is, rough fit on. No, it's not perfect, I understand that. Still gotta trim some of the old stuff, but I just wanted to see just how rough it lined up. This looks pretty good coming out of here. Gotta clean up that. This side, gotta work on that radius a little bit. This is still some of the old piece, but overall, really happy with the fit.
Next I need to remove the rust from all the old sheet metal that I'm going to keep. I'm going to be media blasting here with our blast out of a bucket kit, which is the easiest and most efficient way. You can also get by with a grinder here and a flap disc. Once that's finished, I spray down the entire panel and area with afterblast so it doesn't flash rust on me. You could also use our fast etch here as well. Now I can see there's a bit of rot around the bumper mounts, so I'm going to need to recreate these pieces with some fresh sheet metal. I start by cutting out the old bad stuff. Then a little more media blasting, and then finish with some zinc coating to prevent further rusting. You can also get away with our self-etch primer or epoxy primer here in place of the zinc. Okay, I just want to address where we're at. So I blasted and I just put some zinc on there, and what that'll do is any of the repairs I'm doing from here on out, at least I'm going to have my zinc on my weld areas. Wherever I do the lap weld, I want that zinc. So yeah, I got to fix this, fix some stuff here, build the rest of this pan down. I know there's a hole there, everyone's looking at that. That's going to be replaced. Clean up some here, and again, replace that on the side there. Then go ahead, do the final fit of the panel and see where we're at. Happy with the test fit of the Firebird central sheet metal. I do need to remake the underside bumper mounts and tie this all back together. We just cut the original ones away, so there was no use saving them. This is a kind of fun mini project in the middle of a larger build. I use a combination of metal forming tools, mini English wheel to make these two panels. For the long thin piece I cut out in the middle of the body, I recreate it using our motorized bead roller and do several passes until the bends are the way I need. I even mimic the factory structure with the offset dies. These are the things that take a bit of time, but will really elevate the end result. I finish weld these pieces in, top coat them again with zinc coating to prevent any corrosion. And now we can hang the new tail panel. Happy with the final test fit, I start punching spot weld holes along the seam with the air plunge. Then clamp and weld the new tail panel in place. I finish by brushing some after weld on each spot weld to eliminate any further corrosion down the road. I still have to finish up the corners for the trunk gasket and make that all blend in nice. I'm very happy with how this came out. The Firebird central sheet metal really fit nice, and now I can't wait to get the deck lid mounted up on here. Check back soon for some more updates, as we're going to be rebuilding the doors, regulators, and new door skins. As always, check out all the tools we've used and head over to eastwood.com.